So now what we'll do is we'll try to create a class. Okay, class in person1.php. That is a file I have saved in, where I have saved in the folder include. Okay, so there you can just create PHP path, object oriented PHP. Okay. So you already know about the visibility of the properties and methods. So what are the different options are available in object oriented? Can somebody tell? Or the scope of the variable and methods? What are the different, how you can declare with a different scope, or normally we call it as visibility? Can somebody tell? In object oriented I'm asking, not in PHP. In object oriented, how you are going to specify the properties and methods in terms of scope? Yes. Am I audible, no? Can someone tell? See, be interactive. Did you got my question? Shall I repeat the question? Or you don't know the answer? Or if you know the answer, still not ready to respond? What is the problem? So my question is, so how are you going to declare the variables, that is the properties and methods, in terms of scope and or visibility in object oriented programming like C++? Okay. Okay. Let me just tell you the visibility scope. It is either you can go for public or private or protected. Okay, these are the three different visibility modes you can use for properties and methods. Okay, so let me just create one class here. Class. So you just make a habit of using capital letters for specifying the class name. Okay, so followed by you can just specify some of the properties. Should be some meaning with respect to the class name and what you are going to define within the class. Okay. Okay, here I'm creating three properties, followed by I'll just create one function, so that is going to access any of these elements. Okay, there also you can specify the scope, click, function. You need to specify the keyword function followed by name of the function. These are all user defined functions. Okay, here I'm using this, so indicates this particular class. Okay, so here whenever if you want to access a property, just listen carefully. Am I audible? Someone respond. Can someone respond? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, see, when you are accessing any of the property, you should not use the dollar symbol. Okay, so here I am trying to access the variable name. When I use a term variable, you have to use the dollar. Okay, here I am using the property, the term property. Okay, you should not use, still it is referring to the variable only, but you should not use the dollar symbol when you are specifying it as a property. Okay, when you are specifying it as a variable, you have to specify dollar followed by the name of the variable. Okay, so here dollar this name, I'm just going to assign the value that is stored in dollar name. Okay, okay, so this is done. I have created one function, one class. Within that I have set of properties followed by one function. Okay, so you can just save this, go back to the program, the HTML part program. Okay, so here you need to include the file, that file, otherwise there will be no link. Let me, without linking only, let me just try to access the class. We'll see what is the error we are going to get. Okay, so start the PHP code. When you want to access, okay, so how we are going to invoke those properties and functions? You have to create the object for the class. Okay, how to create the object? So once again, start with a dollar. You can just give name of the object person. Okay, equal to, you are creating the object. Okay, you need to use the keyword called new followed by the class name. Okay, whatever the class name I have given, I am going to just select that person. Okay, so here actually when you are creating object, it's not required a parenthesis here. Okay, but in case if you are using the concept of constructors, then it requires to specify even the parameters if it is a parameter constructor or parameter constructor. Okay, so as of now I am not using any parameters, but still I can use this parenthesis. It is not going to affect. Okay, so now I'll try to access any one of the property with the echo dollar. Okay, you need to specify how to access a particular property from the class. You need to specify the sorry, you need to specify the object name. Dollar person1 is you need to specify arrow. Okay, that is a minus and greater than symbol. This is called as arrow, and invoke the function. What is the function name? I have given you set name. Okay, parameterized. Okay, I think I have not given you. You can just give the function. Okay, later I will show you how to pass the parameter to this. Let me just execute without value. You have to set only in that particular file. Okay. So if this is the case, I need to specify dollar name. Okay. So now what I am doing is I am trying to access the function from this file. Okay. So you just save it. So what is the output I should get? So according to this function, it should just display the name of the person. That's all. Okay. So I am just trying to echo that information. It is the name I gave. It is object oriented one. Select that file, or you can type it. So here I am getting error. Can somebody tell why I am getting this error? Read the error. Okay, understand the error, why I am getting this. It is telling that it is person not found. Okay, this particular file, that is line number 10. Why it is telling person not found? Can somebody answer? Yes. Why I am getting this error? Because I have not included this file anywhere in this. I need to include this file, then only I will be able to access this class information. Okay, so for that what you have to do is twice. Okay, how to include? Once again, you just start with the PHP. See, this is a basic programming. I am just focusing only on the syntax. You just follow the syntax. Okay. So now I need to include the file. Okay, which file? So the class file. So for that you have to use include. Okay, give the path where is this file is located. Okay, so in the root directory, so I have one more folder. Okay, that is called, so that who object oriented one, it is in this folder. Okay, within that I have this include file followed by the corresponding class file. So just try to include that here. Include. Now I need to give the folder name. You can give any folder name. Okay, not necessarily include. Include, and what is the file name? It is op1 dot php. Okay, so extension is also required. Save it and then with the semicolon. That's all. This is how you can include the external file in this PHP file. So now let's try to refresh. Okay, so here it is giving some set of error, that is warning, but still this error is not cleared. Person not found. Okay, the file name I have given person1.h. Okay, that's why it is not taking. Obviously, no, I am just giving the same file name. I should give this file name. Identify the mistakes, whatever I am doing. So if you are observing carefully, you can tell. So go back and refresh. Okay, so still there is an error. That is line number 9. Maybe in this file. Okay. Okay, I am not getting output. Why? I should get the name. You just check it. Why I am not getting? Because here I have made it as a public. I should be able to access it. But still, what is the problem? Okay, so I'll just take this echo here, because I don't have any echo statement in this function. That's why I'm not able to get any output. So now in case if I have any echo statement here, you will get the output. So now separately let me just echo the name, echo dollar, what is the object name, person1, okay, arrow, then dollar. No, when you are specifying the property, you need to directly specify the name. Okay, so if it is a variable, then followed by the dollar name, dollar symbol. Okay, you can just see I am able to access the information or the class information with respect to property name. Okay, I am setting here the value for that particular person. Okay, assigned here, whatever the value is set here, that is Pankaja, that is invoked here. Okay, it is going to set to variable name, and that variable I am just trying to echo using this object. Similarly, you can create another instance. Okay, another instance of the class. You can just copy this. Okay, you need to give the different object name. Okay, so let me just give the different value so that you can differentiate. Name, set. Okay, so here it is giving warning undefined variable person. Number 20. Okay, so object name is actually person2. Okay, you can just see I am able to get the another instance of the class. Okay, with a specified value, whatever I have specified here. So that is going to set the variable property here, and the same thing I am trying to access, and it is echoed so that you are going to get the output on the browser. Okay, so this is simple. What I am explaining is about the properties and function and how you need to write a code for invoking these functions that is written in an external file. This is an external file. This is actually my file. Okay, in this file I am trying to invoke the class details present in the other file. Okay, so for that this is must, you need to include. If you are not including, then it is not going to able to identify this class name. Okay, undefined person, you will be getting the error. So this is a basic program. Similarly, if you want one more object, you can just create and you can assign the value. Similarly, you can just go ahead and change this to private and we'll see what happens. What happens is that I'll be getting the output. I'm not using that SEM and age, let it be. Okay. Okay, can you see what is the error I am getting? So that is call to private method person set name from global scope. Okay, thrown some error because it is private method. Private method I cannot access outside the class. Okay, I cannot access this private method, private properties and functions outside the class. Okay, either it should be protected or it should be public, that you already know. No? So it is same as of like how we have studied in C++ programming. There is no much difference with respect to this scope. Okay, so now in case if you still want to access, okay, so using public, you know, so if you want to go for inheritance, okay, so you can just create two classes here. Okay, inheritance, that means I want to just show if it is protected still you may not able to access it. You can just type that. Okay, you just make this protected. Okay, is it I'll be able to access now? Yes, someone responds. Is it now I am able to access these properties? If I specify the scope as protected. What is the difference? How you can differentiate protected with respect to public and also private? How it is different from those two? Can somebody answer? Nobody knows. See, don't make me to get angry. Just who knows the answer, reply soon. So how you can differentiate public, private, protected? What is the scope? Or else at least tell me, is it I will get output now when I specify the scope as protected? Okay, very nice. So let me just quickly go to PPT. I'll not go to going for coding part. Okay, I'll be just going through the slides. When there is no response, why I should struggle so much? Okay, so let me just read out from the slides. If there is no response, let me just do like that only. Okay, so constructors. I think in the last class I have already told. So constructor, it is mainly used for initializing the properties. Okay, so within the class. So there are some of the things you need to know how to create this constructor. That is, in PHP, constructors are defined as a function. Okay, so you need to use the keyword function. Okay, I think I have shown now when I was creating the function in the class, that is public function followed by the name. Okay, so similarly even for constructors you have to use the keyword function. Okay, with the construct name. So you have to use this construct underscore construct function. So notice that in the constructor each parameter is assigned to an internal class variable using dollar this syntax. Okay, so when I use the term dollar this within the function, it indicates that with respect to that particular class. Okay, with respect to that particular class, I am trying to access the method and properties. Okay, so dollar this here indicates wherever I am going to write. Okay, so that indicates that with respect to that particular class where it can access the properties and methods. Okay, it is associated with these properties and methods. Dollar this. Okay, it is going to be indicating the particular instance of a class. Okay, this is how you need to create the constructors. Class artist. Okay, this is the name of the class. Then function. Okay, underscore construct. This is a keyword you have to use. Okay, normally in C++ you used to use the name of the class. Okay, so here it is going to be different. The syntax is going to be little bit different. So you can just observe function underscore construct. This is going to be common for all the classes wherever you are going to write the constructor functions. Then followed by, if it is a parameterized construction, you need to, obviously it should be parameterized, because the purpose of constructor itself it is you are going to initialize the properties. Okay, so whenever object when you are creating the object, you have to pass values for all these. Okay, whenever you are creating object, so here you need to pass all the properties, values for the properties. Okay, so accordingly it is going to assign or initialize these values for these properties. Okay, with respect to this class, the first name, okay, whatever it is passed, through the class name, so that is going to be initialized. Okay, so that is how you need to create the constructor. This is mainly for initializing the properties, that's all, nothing else. This is how you need to invoke the constructor. Okay, you are not going to use the constructor name for invoking the constructors. Whenever object is created, the instance of object is created, automatically it will invoke this function and it will initialize all this. Okay, that much you should know at least. Okay, so this is how I'm creating the object, okay, with a new keyword followed by the class name, and these are all the values I'm passing to those, passing or initializing those properties with the help of constructor. Similarly, this is another instance. Okay, this is another instance for the same class. Next, methods. Okay, methods are like functions. Okay, normally we'll use the term methods instead of functions. Just a minute. Okay, methods are nothing but functions. So whatever the methods you're going to define in the class, okay, where it is going to perform a particular task. So how to invoke those functions? Okay, now itself I have shown in the code how to invoke the function. Okay, that is the object name, then use this arrow. Okay, use this arrow followed by the method name. In case if the method requires any parameters, you need to specify the values of those arguments or the parameters. Okay, so this is how the method is invoked. Okay, so whichever the method you want to access, you can just specify. So if you want to display the output, okay, the after execution of that particular function, you can just display on the browser using this echo statement. Okay, whatever the return value of this method, it can be displayed on the browser. Okay, so you can just observe here. So class artist public function. Okay, so this is must. Normally in C++ we never used to use this keyword function. Okay, directly the scope followed by the function name. But here you have to use the keyword function followed by function name. Okay, and whatever the task you want to do, okay, whatever the calculation you want to do, you can just write it within the class, I mean within the function. So here they are trying to create one table where it contains the first name, okay, birth date, then birth city, all these things. Okay, I think this also you know if you have learned UML diagrams, okay, in software engineering, so you'll be knowing how to represent class properties methods. Okay, so if you don't know what is UML diagram, go back to software engineering and learn once again. Okay, this is the fundamental diagrams you should be knowing whenever you do the project. So this representation and all it requires. Okay, what are the classes you are creating, how many properties are there, what are the functions are there. So this is a simple way of representing the class information. Okay, so here there is a class followed by you are going to specify the properties, then followed by the methods. Okay. So visibility, I was explaining, I told already public and private. Okay, so even if you specify any variable as a protected, still you cannot access it. Okay, so it is same scope as the private. You can just observe. Okay, you are getting the same error. Okay, so it is very similar to the private. Only thing is, in case if you are going to inherit, okay, it can be inherited to the another class through which you can access these variables. Okay, the scope of this protected comes only when you are doing inheritance. So I will just show one program with respect to inheritance later. So if the visibility of a property or a method determines accessibility of a class member, okay, so you should be knowing what is the visibility you need to specify either for the property and method. Okay, here public indicates the property or method accessible to any code that has reference to the object. Okay, so from anywhere you can access the properties and methods with a particular object specified. Then private, so sets method and variable to only accessible from within a class. Okay, so it is the scope is only within the class for the private. If it is protected, it is very similar to private. Okay, now itself I have shown, even if you change private to protected, still you are unable to access that particular property outside the class. Okay, it can be accessed. Okay, it is having advantage when you are using inheritance. Okay, so during inheritance what happens, you can inherit those properties to the new class or the derived class. Okay, we'll see one example for that later. Okay, you can just see here there is an example, so that shows the visibility. Okay, you can just see all possible, just focus, don't see all this, just focus onto the class. What is the class name? There is a class name given here, it is painting, and there is a property title. Okay, it is, the scope is public, and there is a profit property, the public scope is private. Okay, followed by there is a function, public function, do this. Okay, here it is assigning some of the property values to a variable. Okay, so that is the task done in this function. Similarly, you can just go through the another function where it is declared as private. Okay, this is public and this is private. Now we'll see which are the properties and methods can be accessed and which are the properties and methods can't be accessed. Okay, so you can first start accessing the properties and methods by creating the instance of the object. So here the $p1 is the instance of the class. $p1 is equal to new followed by name of the class, where it is going to create the instance of this class and assign to this variable. I told. Okay, so even you have constructor in your program, okay, or not, you just make a practice of using parentheses. Okay, it is not going to affect the execution. Even if you don't give also, it will work fine. But you can just go with the common practice of using parentheses. Next, $x is equal to, I am trying to access the title. Okay, so it can be accessed because the scope specified here, it is a title, and that can be assigned to $y and $x. $y is equal to $p1 profit. Can you observe here, for when I specified it as a property with arrow, okay, I'm not using the dollar symbol. So just be clear with this. So try to execute one or two programs by your own so that you can remember these things. Okay, so this you can just observe, there is no dollar symbol here. If you give also, you will get an error. So whenever if you are using it as a property, it should not be preceded with a dollar. If you are using it as a variable, okay, then you have to use it dollar. Okay, so you can just see it cannot be accessed, $y cannot be assigned because this particular property is declared as private. Okay, outside the class you cannot access it. Then I am just invoking the function do this. It can be accessed because the scope here it is written as public, and this function do secret that. Okay, so it cannot be accessed because this is declared as private. Okay, is it clear? And in simple way you can define the class using this UML diagram. Can you see? Always it does not require to, if you know this much, what are the properties and methods, Okay, in simple way of representing your diagram about the class. Okay, but here you are not specifying any scope. In that case, if you want to know, you have to go to the class and find out what is the scope or visibility given to that particular property or methods. This is fine. I think till here you can just try one or two programs. Okay, execute it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So in the next class, we'll move on to the static members. Okay. Then we'll go to the concepts. Okay. I think in the last class, I already told just go through these terms because you already studied two object-oriented programming subjects, languages. Okay. Tomorrow's class, I will explain in detail about the static members and the remaining, the concept, object-oriented concepts. Okay, so I want everyone to execute this program. Okay, already it is there. Even I have explained the procedure how you need to write the code. Okay, so this class should be written in a separate PHP program. Okay, and you need to write this part of the code in the separate page. Okay, and here you need to include this external file using $php. Okay, use include. Okay, in codes you can specify where you have saved this particular file. In case if you have if it is in the same folder, you can directly specify the name of this file. Okay, or if you have specified in any of the folder, you can just specify folder followed by whatever the name you have given here. So I consider I have given paint.php. Okay, so you just close this. Okay, followed by you will be having HTML, and in the body section, so you can just start creating the object and invoke the properties or methods whatever you want, and try are you getting the exact result or any changes. Even you just change this private to protected and see how the output you are going to get. So if you are understanding all this, then it is easy to